Welcome to Board Gaming with Austin. Today I'm going to be providing you a ratings and review video with my opinions at the end video of Squire-Collector's Club. It's by Roast and Toast Games. It's a 2 to 4 player game and plays in 40 to 60 minutes. That's about my personal experience with the game as well. This is the game. It has beautiful art on the front of it, and right off the bat you're going to see this map, and you might, if you're not a map game person, don't necessarily pay too much attention to the map. That's how my experience was when I first opened it. But it has beautiful art, and that's what drew me in to begin with. So there's that. This is Squire-Collector's Club. I've already created an open box video for this game. I wanted to separate those from these videos from now on. So I'm going to get straight to the meat of the review. This board game, I was kind of disappointed when I first pulled out the components. The cardboard didn't seem the thickest, but the little actual tokens that they have for you actually are pretty thick. So they're not the cheapest or anything. I was really disappointed with these cards as well. And I have to have good quality cards. I really care about card quality because I'm a big cards fan. So the cards, right off the bat, drop the quality of this game 1 star. They're plastic coated, but they're thinner than normal. I don't understand this, but they have mini Euro cards, giant player aid cards, and the mini Euro cards are already starting to bend. The board itself, very thick, thicker than a Monopoly board, and it actually lays flat. The player boards are fine as well, and all the tokens. So I gave the quality a 3.5. It drops an entire point because the cards, and then it drops half a point because of the quality of like this market, the cardboard pieces in the market, and some of the tokens, not really many of them at all, like the standee pieces. It was half a point, but 3.5. The game, the gameplay I'll save for last because then I'll go into my opinions of it. The directions are amazing. They're a 5 star. They are a little out of order. They kind of drop a lot of information at the very end of the directions. And I actually will have a very detailed rules video, so you can just go to that rules video to find out any information that you need to know about this game. But they kind of just drop a lot of information here at the end about the cards and the exhibitions, and the exhibition kind of just has some components that they don't really clarify. I'll be clarifying everything in that video. I give them a 5 star for this. Now, the gameplay. The gameplay I give a 4 star. That's not a 5 star for one simple reason. I loved the game. It's really fun. My significant other, who I play with, she loved the game as well. She doesn't really like board games. She really liked this game. She thought she wasn't going to like it at all to begin with before we even started. And she ended up loving it. And I think she kind of fell in love with some of the art on these pieces. Like this, specifically this female eagle here. Or eagle with a flower in its hair. I give it a 4 star because as you're playing this game, the premise of the game is you're buying rarities on the map, and then there's supposed to be other victory point ways to get victory points, and I have a tendency to always focus on the complex ways to make victory points and get victory points and win that way. But this game is pretty much like you have to get these very expensive victory points. Like that's a 6. And then there's a lot of 4s, and yeah, you kind of have to focus on those. You can't really focus on the lower victory point ones because they will win if they're focusing on the higher victory points. It's just guaranteed. Well, almost guaranteed. I had some high victory points, and then I had a lot of running errands for the queen, which is other ways to get victory points, and I didn't win either any of the games we played. So the way you play it, this is my opinion, and this is now like the overview of the game. You have 3 different variations of coins over here. Actually 4. This is another set here. You have 2 different types of tickets, And then you have these things called rarities. You have a market up here in the corner, and then you have what's called correspondence cards and player boards. So the way the game works is when you begin the game, you're going to have one of these rarities on every location. They're going to be randomized, and you're not going to know the color combinations of these here. And then when you begin the game, the market here, which I have them like this, but they're going to be like that for maybe you if you want it to be. This market here is randomized as well. It's before you put these tiles down and before you flip them over. And then you're going to have these tickets and correspondence cards. So throughout the game, you're going to be moving every single time. And when you get to a new location, you're going to be buying and selling these different rarities at these locations. As you buy and sell these rarities at these locations, they're going to leave the board and you're going to refill them from your supply. And then that creates new color combinations, such as an orange rarity on a purple region, or a purple rarity on a green region, or a yellow rarity on a blue region. As you're buying these up and selling them, you're gonna the value of these rarities change based on what the state of this market. So this purple rarity on a green region is going to be priced at green region here on the right, which is a 2, plus the price of the purple rarity. So that's 2 plus 2, 4. It's going to cost you 4. When you buy the rarities, the price of everything, so green region, purple rarity, the price of everything gets more expensive. You take care of that by moving those pegs to the very top. And it costs you that much and you pay it to the bank. When you sell them, you're going to get that much gold, the value of the gold, calculated in the same way. And then you take those pegs and move them to the very bottom because they actually get cheaper. And then throughout the entire game, you're going to be moving the pegs up and down like that, changing out the rarities of these over here. And that's where the, not the complexity, but the variation of the game comes in. And then as you're buying these rarities, the rarities have victory point values on them. And then when you place them on your board here, you're going to be getting gold and tickets and other benefits as well. Now, the other way you get victory points is from these correspondence cards. The correspondence cards are going to have immediate benefits on the top, which you can take care of and satisfy immediately. Or on the bottom, you're going to have victory point options. And you actually tuck those under the bottom of your board based on, you'll have a hand limit and a limit of how many cards you can have on your board. And you increase those by buying your rarities. And then at the end of rounds, at the end of every round, someone will have this exhibition token. And whoever has this exhibition token will be holding an exhibition. And that's what this diagram right here is for. It shows you can have an exhibition to show off your gold rings, your vases, your arts, your sculptures, or the books. Actually, it says are too old to hold exhibits. So yeah, that's that. That's this game. Like I said, I like the fun of trying to get all the victory points, but you kind of have to balance that with making sure you're going after very high valued artifacts as well. So I recommend this game. What is that? 3.5, a 4, and a 5. It's probably a 4-star. Yep, it's 4.16. So it's a 4-star. I'm rounding down because it's not, out of this world, but it is a great game. I recommend it.